This is another lovely little river valley, slightly larger than the one, I don't know if you've seen the previous video, slightly larger than the one we followed and tracked up, or yesterday for us. And today, Dan's up ahead. I'm out again with Dan of Camp Life Bushcraft. We're doing a 2-night wild camp this time. Might split the video into 2. We'll see how we go with the trip. We're heading up to the tarns, the 2 high tarns in the Black Mountains. Fan Fawr and Fan Fawr. Oh, I really can't pronounce them, sorry. I'll put the names up on the screen. There'll be notes in the description. So we've got plans for a 2-night wild camp. Looking forward to that. And the weather at the moment is holding out. The forecast is not great. But hey, we got all the gear, and you can certainly see I'm lugging a load this afternoon. Catching Dan up. We're out again. Another one.
Hello, Warren.
Hello, Dan.
You alright?
Yeah.
Been a long time.
Been a long time.
I've seen you since
the last trip was yesterday. Anyway, whatever. We're hoping that this isn't going to be too arduous for this day out, this bit up to the tarns. We're in good form, but might be some moaning and groaning and stopping and starting.
Really heavy pack at the moment.
They are heavy. We've got lots of water, lots of food, a couple of beers, and already slightly damp tent, so that adds a bit of weight. All is fine though. The key is it's not raining.
Not yet.
Not yet. We've parked up at can't pronounce the name on the 4076 name I'll put on screen. And it's an easy route up there. I've done that route up from there before, but before I've used the high ground on the left, which I'm looking at there. We've got, I don't know, messing around with a bit more videoing, probably a couple of hours. Easy really, before it gets dark. What a lovely little path. Kind of got pond weed growing in it. We're just coming past a really pretty little gully, river, a little brook coming down. As Dan's just commented, it's a bit like a water slide with a cliff edge drop at the bottom into what one might be a splash pool, but most unlikely. We are about halfway from the road where I parked the car up to the first tarn. We've probably got an hour to go. We keep stopping, obviously videoing and blah blah blah. So probably an hour to go, but we're doing fine. We're doing really well and enjoying the time outside. Actually, the weather's holding. It's a bit grey, but the weather is holding, and that is an advantage. I keep saying there's not a lot to video, we'll just keep going, but no, there's lots of little lovely little features to stop and just to look at and enjoy. You got to stop and enjoy the little features along the way. No point just plodding on regardless. He said labouring up this bit. It's a bit windy woo here. We're on like a lumpy top. We've just... it is windy. We've just... I can't turn around. We've just made our way up from this valley here, past our little gully. And all the time, we've been making good progress really, but all the time we've been saying, are we nearly there yet? We keep incrementally doing almost halfway, and then a bit more than halfway. We're at that point where we're certainly beyond halfway, but we've got more to do. We stomped that last bit, we've done well. There's just that kind of brow bit to get to, maybe 100 metres, 200 metres ahead, and hopefully we'll see the first water, Lake Tarn, just the other side there. I'm just looking right to the right here and thinking, that's a familiar mountain. Thinking, I've been there surely. Indeed, absolutely, that was the mountain that Neil and I did some time ago with the tramway. We did a really long stomp around the tramway, and actually a great view to see it from this side. So that was good. Very dark over there now. I think the rain's coming, Dan. Yeah, we need to get on. It's been a bit of a stomp, certainly that last bit, but we've made it to the first bit of water, and what a feature it is. It's kind of larger than I remember it, but it's cool. And the dominant backdrop of that rocky cliff, that's where we're going tomorrow. Up there. Bit of tufty cloud on top. It's grand. Got to find a pitch spot for our tent. We're on this little kind of knobbly, sticky outy bit. It's a bit rocky, but we're keen. We're keen to try it. But there's big rocky bits as well, so I don't know. We've only got about half an hour light left, I think, so we better make a good decision and get on with it.
Wind is behind us.
Yeah.
So doors open towards us.
Yeah, if we can make them fit.
Flattest bit.
Yeah. I reckon we can make them fit.
Towards the water.
Make the best of it. Decision made. Bags off. Let's get on with it. Oh, I'm in my tent. The temperature's really dropped, so it's quite nice to be tucked up inside. I got my fleecy layers on, down trousers, down booties. I'm not in my sleeping bag yet, but that is the next thing. The wind's picked up, but it's staying dry, and I think the forecast is dry for the next hour or so, and then probably heavy rain overnight, but whatever. I'm in my tent, and that's excellent. Food time. Need to get some energy in me, so I've got dehydrated meal this evening. We've got the spicy pork noodles. Let's have a look. Easy setup this time. So the old spicy pork noodles, I've had this quite a few times before. They're off fire pot. They're good. Not the cheapest, but they're good. But my usual issue I have with all of the makes of dehydrated meals, really, they're not gravy. There's not enough gravy in them. You could put more water, but they just get watery. So I like a bit of gravy. Come on, comments below. Chow mein, Blue Dragon stirring sauce. Once this is rehydrated, I'm going to drizzle in most, maybe all, I don't know, of this chow mein packet. Yeah, okay, laugh at me, whatever. Let's try. I've done it before. I'm not sure the combo works, but I'm going to go live and learn. I haven't had any beer yet. Look at this. Dan, we need the beers. Well, you won't be surprised, of course. Keep me nice and warm later. A whole pack of custard here, and Dan and I will get through the custard and 4 probably of the apple pies. Well, there won't be apple pies, will they? I know it says pies, but there'll be apple crumbles by now. All is good. Going to get that on. Water's on to boil, so it shouldn't be long. Yes, come on. Cheers, mate. Absolutely. Brilliant. Nice. Hurrah. So, do we like it? It's done now, though. I'll give it a good stir. Certainly without the extra goo. It was looking very dry. I like a little bit of gravy. So let's have a look at this. Oh, that's much better. And of course, keeping warm in one of Sussex Outdoors James's heat pouches. What's it like? Come on, let's have a go. Now I like that. That's good. It's got the noodles, the crunchy bits, the flavour, and the gravy. Oh, I like the gravy, so I'm going to get stuck into this, have some more beer, wherever it is, and get back to you in a few minutes. Well, that's it. I'm all hunkered down, all snuggled up in my sleeping bag, roll mat, zipped up tent. Got my Acto again tonight, of course. Rather nice. The wind is on and off. It was gusting a bit earlier on and swirling around this little area above the tarn and that big rocky, cliffy outcrop above us. But the rain seems to be holding off. It did rain a bit just a few minutes ago, but it's due to be about 75% chance of rain overnight, so it's going to be a wet night, I think. But at the moment, it's okay, just a bit windy. But warm, happy, and time to say night-night. See you in the morning. It's raining hard. It's been raining most of the night on and off. A couple of quiet patches, I think. Disturbed me a little bit. I've slept well. It's still just after 7 now, so we're going to stay in our pits for another 45 minutes at least, I think, and then get up. The sunrise time is just before 8, I think. Well, good morning. It's kind of breakfast time. We are having a lazy start to today. It's well after 8. I don't know what time it is. Well after 8 o'clock. So, but it's still misty. I popped out about an hour ago. It was clagged down to hell, but it's brightening up a little bit. At least it's staying dry. So breakfast cooking time, while it is staying dry, is the order of the moment. Morning.
Hello Warren's viewers.
Hello, yes.
We're having a panic.
It's a bit of a panic.
So yeah, breakfast is sort of laid out and it started raining, so Warren's busy at the moment. We'll watch what he's doing.
Right.
One egg in there, one egg in there.
You've got like, oh, I'll tell you
Just
what, let's
chop-
do it that
just
way.
chop
There
it
we
in
are.
half.
Yeah, that's one egg in there
Yeah.
and one egg in there. And I've got combo. No, I can split. There we are. One egg in there. And one egg on there.
Mushrooms are burning.
They are burning mushrooms! Burning mushrooms! No, they're not. They're not. They're just getting hot. Here we go. Some on there.
Yeah.
Some on there. Some on there. Some on there. Is that it?
Yeah,
Is that all of it?
I think so.
Bit of pepper.
Yeah. Just whatever, just chuck it.
It's blowing around. Oh, come on.
Yum. Breakfast is ready.
Presentation is all, you know, very important. Oh, yes. That'll do.
There you go, that's for you.
Yeah! Yeah, all that panic over nothing. It has actually stopped raining, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, good timing. Right, what's this like? Oh, that's all right. Not very elegant, is it? And it stayed hot, actually, remarkably. Beans, mushrooms, bacon, eggs in a roll. Great view. It's lightening up a little bit. Still fluffy top though, so we're going to be ascending into no man's land up there, I think. Anyhow, we are packed up, washed up after breakfast. That was a bit of a chore, leaving no trace on this lovely little, well, it's not an island, is it? Sort of island. And we're off. We're not going far. We're going to stop for lunch in 2 hours or so at the other tarn, and then up. Hope you're sticking with me. You sticking? Hope so. Dan and I were just debating general plans, timings, you know, the stuff you do when you're out trekking, just double checking, looking ahead. We had a good breakfast, probably took an hour longer than we could have taken, so we're probably about an hour later than I was initially planning. And we've just been talking about lunch stops and getting to the end of the second tarn, and timings are going up. We'll just play it as we go, really. It's dry. We talk about the weather a lot, don't we? But it is a major factor when you're out. Dry is good. Dry is an advantage. Can't see anything over there though. Yeah, moving on. We're just kind of popping over this little ridgy rise between one tarn and the other. So we're leaving the first tarn behind now, just behind me there. and the next one is ahead. Little way, a couple of kilometres I think. So, and the rain is just starting. We might need to stop for full wets. We've got some good atmospherics going on here. Dark skies, bright patches. There's even a little ray of light with a sun ray of light with a rainbow in it. We are heading directly in front of me here, so just over there, along the diagonal path, and then cutting left, and at that point we should see the second tarn. I've not been here for years and years. I think that's the high knobbly bit that we might end up camping on tonight. We'll just see what the weather and timings. General inclination is like, yeah, this Dan, he's on the path already. Yeah, just on this kind of bow piece coming over this brow. Can see just a glimmer of the tarn, but we just need to get a little bit further and then we'll see the second lake. And all that ruggedness is there with the angled layered strata, and we can see the route up as well for this afternoon. Oh yes, oh yes, I know Dan's impressed. Yeah, cracking on. The thing is, we're about an hour later, faffing around with breakfast, so we're okay, but we don't really want to lose any more time, so it'll have to be a quick lunch. Now we can see the second tarn really well with that kind of hollow bowl behind it. It would have been hewn out by ice back in the Ice Age, so that one's been hewn out. Oh, it's windy. Hewn out down to the big valley, and then this one and the other one with the tarn. I don't think this bowl's got any water in the bottom, but anyway, we're going to cut across here. The path, one of the paths does follow the contour around. We're going to cut across here, pick up the direct line to the tarn, and then this afternoon head on up. We've got more to do. Want to get all the way around as far as we can tonight up on top, but that'll follow. It was funny a moment ago, just with Dan just chatting away at the top. We came over that kind of reveal and saw the second tarn. I said, oh yeah, going round the back of that, up that path. He said, oh, it does look a bit of a way away, to be honest, with the light and stuff. We've done mutual planning and time prep and everything, so we know the running times, but just visually it is quite a long way, but yeah, it's easy really. Hell's teeth, I've done the whole thing in a day before, so yeah. To talk to camera, and he's gone. It's amazing how far you can go on an easy path in just a couple of minutes. Anyhow, Dan, he's a good mate. I've only known him, I don't know, 5 or 6 years thereabouts. He's been YouTubing quite a little bit longer than me. He's had more confidence than I have. Check it, I'm sure you know his channel. Here we go, Camp Life Bushcraft. Do check him out if you don't know him already. I'm sure you do. His video probably will be online ahead of mine. I'll put a link to his video, his channel, in my description below. Do check him out and give him a big thumbs up. Hey, cool. There's a little water collection dam here. So there's a dam, and some of the water from the little stream comes down through the pipe and just, you know, naturally goes down. But there's a culvert that comes across with this metal grill here, just there. And then under where I'm standing, there's a waterway that comes out to be like a little canal waterway that I've seen before, but I didn't know where it started. I've now found it. Yeah, so under that rocky mound there is there's a pipe comes out here, and then from here on it's an open canaled kind of culvert. It's good. And I suppose they've diverted the water from that little stream to fill that lake, perhaps as a reservoir for the local area. I caught him up, finally. He was doing this trekking alone malarkey. He seemed to like the idea. It's good to be trekking out on your own, but it's good to have some company. It's windy here, Dan. Wind's picked up. I found that bridge that I used. I was looking out for it, I couldn't remember which way I crossed. I don't remember jumping over this thing, but about 20, maybe even 25 years ago, I came up from the northern side up this broad track here. It's a good route up, actually. Came up, joined this canal thing, which I remember. I didn't know where it came from, which I've now seen. Across there and all the way over, and then camped just in the low dip of the cliff. I've done that a couple of times actually, camped there. I've got a photo from an old digital camera. If I've got it, I'll stick it up on screen now. Here we are at the second tarn. Just followed the canal-y thing around a little bit further and we're there. We're heading up. We've just had a spot of lunch in that shelter. Just some nuts and chocolate and water and bits. But we're going to top up water from the reservoir here. Just going to put it in the platypussy things. And then filter it, boil it later when we need it. And we're off, but we're going to take this easy, and for this video we've had a good adventure so far. I'm going to leave it there for this video. Kind of part 2 will follow and pick up kind of from where I've left off here. So there we are for this time. Thanks for watching. Give us a cheeky like, comment, let me know if you've been along here or told me that I've gone the wrong way or whatever.
Gone the wrong way.
Gone the wrong way, yeah.
That way.
Comments are always useful. So from South Wales, can't pronounce the name of the location. Thanks for watching, and until the part 2, bye for now.